Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Match Day Show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, good morning, welcome to Rangers Radio. This pre-match show, Rangers away at St Johnstone up at Perth. John, myself, Oxford, on the show this morning, supported by Fox in the background. Is a one and only Albert. Morning, Albert.
Morning, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I know you're a morning person, mate. You're up with a lapse, aren't you?
Definitely, mate. Every morning, mate.
And then you have your first break around about what?
Well, I go for a nap about 11.
Anyway, I believe you've got the team for us.
I've not got the team for you, mate. It's disappeared. It's disappeared.
All right, okay. Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Proper, Jeffrey, Barron, Raskin, Hadji, Burjami, Cherny and Iggerman. 2 changes for Thursday night in the starting 11. Substitutes of Kelly, Ridvan, Dessers, Diamandi, Dowell, Balogun, King, McCausland and Danilo. So we'll start with the starting 11, Albert. 2 changes. Tavernier comes back in for Dejon Sterling, who's not even in the squad, so we'll maybe see what we can hear about that. Hadji replaces Diamandi, and the rest of the team is the same. I imagine Hadji will be playing the number 10, or he could be playing left, and Burjami could come into the 10 role. There's a possibility, Albert.
He might do, mate, but it seems to be he's replacing the ones that he can replace, because he's no replacements for Barron or Raskin, Burjami or Cherny. He's no real replacements for them, no. So it is what it is. We keep saying this, and it is what it is. It's just, I don't understand why Sterling's no in a team, or even on the bench. That doesn't make any sense to me. Well, unless he's injured.
Of course, that's what we're assuming, mate. We don't think it's must be a knot or a personal thing that you don't know about. But watch your space. Hopefully, we'll hear shortly, mate, and we'll let everybody know if we pick it up. But listen, would you say that's an improvement in the team? Diamandi got a great goal. I mean, it's a great goal. You don't score that. That doesn't happen often, does it? I mean, you'll slide in and do that, and you'll hit the goal over the ball 3 out of 10. You'll not hit the target another 3 out of 10. You know what I mean? It wasn't easy. It ended up in the back of the net.
That wasn't easy, mate. It's his legs that got him in there, and I'm giving him the finish. I'm not saying it's a fluke. I'm giving him the finish, mate, because
it was meant it, mate. He's meant it. What else was he trying to do? Put it for a big kick?
Exactly, mate. But it's Hadji coming into the team and him getting out of the team. It's mental, isn't it? Diamandi's got weaknesses that Hadji hasn't got, and Hadji's got weaknesses that Diamandi's no got. You know what I mean? It's no like for like. Anyway.
If Hadji could run like Diamandi,
what a player! what a player, mate! And vice versa. If Diamandi had the football intelligence that Hadji's got, what a player! It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. But there, Hadji, he's going to try and get him back into the team. He's trying to get him up to speed to get him to be a valuable member of the squad now. So, end of the day, it only can bode well if the boy can get up to some sort of level of consistency and form. It has to be done, mate. You can't keep playing all these games with the same players. It's just not going to work. Eventually they just burn out, mate. And it's a fact of life. There's no way around about it. And we're short. We're too short in the squad of quality players, and that's a fact.
All right, we'll get the phone lines open. People can join us, mate. But then I'll shout the team out again, and I can ask you a few questions. I'm not make them too hard. Is that all right?
I make them hard if you want. I'll not answer them.
That's fair. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yes, no drama about the Super Six yesterday, Alberta. I liked your comment at the end. That was a bit harsh, I'm going to admit.
It was this. It was a say at the edge of your seat type stuff. It was
No.
It wasn't even getting close to the edge of the
No.
seat. Further back, I was going to see deeper into the cushions. At one point, I think I was behind the couch.
Yes, I think that's a good information service we have with that, yeah?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Keeps you well informed, mate. Just bing, 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 bing. I'm associating that with failure. I'm going bing. Oh, we're getting beat. What's happening? Don't even bother opening that up.
You've got to laugh. Fair play to Biggin. Fair play to Biggin.
He tries, mate.
He tries. So we've got a team of Butland, Tavernier, Skipper on the team coming back in at right back, Suter and Proper, Jeffrey at left back, Barron, Raskin, Hadji, Barjami, Tierney and Igaman starting 11. Substitutes of Kelly, Ridvan, Dessers, Diamondi, Dill, Balogun, King, McCausland and Danilo. Right, two questions to ask you. One about the defence, Tav and Proper. Playing Albert, get your views on that. And is potentially Dessers heading to third choice striker, Albert?
Start with Dessers, definitely. And I hope so as well. I actually thought Danilo would have started today, but there you go. Aye, definitely. To answer your question, definitely. And I think that is his position, mate. All kidding aside, I definitely think that's as good as as good a position he should be sitting in the Rangers squad, because no for me. He's just no for me, mate. As for the defence, Tav coming back. Well, you know you're going to get with Tav, you know what I mean? And if they have any pace in that wing, he's going to struggle. He might. I'd like to see him score, to be honest with you. I'd just like to see him score again. I think he deserves that because he's done enough over the years. But you know yourself, you don't always get what you deserve. It's for Proper. But I thought Proper was okay on Thursday.
Okay, mate. Okay, I wasn't my best player, but he was steady. You don't want your centre halves to be good in a 4-1 victory, mate. They should just do their job and let other ones take the glory. There's other games for them. You want them to be stars, yeah?
They should just be set up, making a platform for the rest of them to go and shine. And that's basically what happened on Thursday, wasn't it? Solid enough. Big Suter and Proper, Sterling and Jeffrey. I thought he was all right. He was all right. Whether he'll handle the rough and tumble of Scottish football, which he's already said himself, he's taken a bit to get used to. And don't get me wrong, if there's any class about the boy, he will get used to it. Better players than him have took a bit of time to settle into Scottish football, but the good ones always come through. Always actually raise their game to, or lower their game, whatever way you want to look at it, to the rigours of Scottish football. So that's what I think that's what he's going through at the moment. So I'll give him time. But the good thing about Thursday's team was there were 6 new starts in that team. 6 new ones, brand new young boys in that team, apart from Proper, who is season pro. And then you're getting it going on to today's game. It's now we're starting, mate. Now we're starting to really start to move forward with the team. Are we anywhere near where we should be? No, not at all. Are we 100 times better than we were last season? No. But we're starting to move now, and that's what I can see. We're starting to move the team and the squad forward now. Now we need to do more additions, obviously. Whether you're going to get them remains to be seen. But I can see them. I can see slight improvement. I don't know whether people can, but I can definitely see slight improvement.
Well, if you take it collective with the new players coming in, and you take Europe, you know, we've played 4 games away from home in Europe. We've drew 2, one in Poland/Kiev, one in Athens, which is not an easy place to go to, and then we've won in France against a team that's spent a lot of money. Yeah, listen, I know they didn't play well, but goals change games, and we've won in Malmo, which we've never done, with teams that included guys like Stephen Davis and Morelos. Was Morelos playing that night? I can't remember, but the team that had just won 55, and the team that I think was, and what was the manager we went there as well and never got a result. So they've done something that other teams haven't done. So that's credit in the bank, but the negativity comes from the domestic for them. You know, and maybe we'll see a change in shape today. Maybe we'll see something different. I don't know. Albeit, but if we do, we have to play with that intensity. If we're going to play that shape, you have to play with the same intensity you did on Thursday night domestically and rattle teams and not give them any time. But the trouble is, the difference is, mate, that they'll just humph the ball up to the centre forward, while the other teams you're playing will try and play, and you've got a chance of mugging them. That's the big difference, mate. The
big difference is we don't score goals, mate. We keep banging on about this, but you score 2 goals, 1 goal, 2 goals. 1 goal, nothing changes. They're just going to remain the same and hope to get a result. All it needs a goal somewhere along the line, maybe late on the game to get that draw, which basically is a good result for them. A victory is excellent. A draw is excellent for them as well. So that's what they're doing. 2 goals. Now that starts to change the whole dynamics of the other team. They have to make a decision now. Do they come out and get a chance against Scelt, or do they sit in and just say, we'll see if we get the next goal? It depends how long in the game is when you get it. You might just still sneak a draw, but that's a big might now. So it's sort of up to us to score the 2 goals, and that will change the game. It will change the game. It opens up, everything changes, and the quicker you get them, the better. It's all obvious stuff, mate. I'm not inventing it here. I'm not coming up with an idea that it's never been thought before. It's simple as that, mate. You need to put the ball in the net, and if you don't, you get these crappy, boring, lethargic games. And it's difficult, mate. It's really difficult. I don't care what anybody says, whether it's Scottish teams, Spanish teams, English teams, German teams, whatever teams. This low block is difficult to beat for all teams, mate. And the only way you can do it is get the early goals. And that changes the dynamic of the game. I watched the first half of the Arsenal game yesterday. Good lady was watching it. So, I mean, see that second goal that Arsenal scored, that's what Clermont's looking for, that exact goal. That's that 1-2 and movement, just simple, square ball, tapping the net. It's easy, mate. It's absolutely easy if everybody buys into it and everybody plays and knows what they're doing. But you've got, is it Odeman number 8 for Arsenal?
The Norwegian player.
He's superb, mate. Just a superb player.
Mate, I mean, you have world class, and then you have top draw. It's just behind it. He's just behind. The way he's pulling the strings in there, and that's what we're wanting. Hadji, Barjami, Diomande, people like Lawrence. That's what we're wanting them to do. That vision, that skill to pull that pass off. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for, mate. I mean, I say world class. When I mean world class, I'm talking about Messi, Pele, Oxlade, Ronaldo. You know, guys like that. No,
they're 1% of the 1%, aren't they? I mean, exactly. You don't see them on their generations and things like that. They don't come up very often. So get back to Rangers. We're looking for them, these players to come out with these wee bits of magic. And if you look at that, Odeman, he doesn't run about crazy and fly into tackles. And he doesn't share. Don't get me wrong.
Intelligent, mate.
Oh, he is, mate. He's really, really clever.
The game's also changed, though, Bernard. We'll go back to your game in a minute. The game's also changed. The days are sliding in the first 5 minutes and getting a free hit in midfield's gone, mate. Because if you catch somebody in the ankle and VAR pulls it back, mate.
Aye, unless you wear a grey and green hoop jersey, you know what I mean? That seems to be all right. Aye, that's different. That's different, mate. Different rules.
You get my point. The game's changed, mate. The days have gone, and so you have to. The guys that they're stealing the ball sometimes rather than, they're getting in front of people, try to, get them off balance, nick it. And some guys are really good at that. Some great tacklers aren't great at nicking the ball. Then other guys are just magnificent at taking after toe at people because they've just got that instinct, and it is just purely a fraction of a second,
Oh, it's definitely that. It's anticipation, mate. That's what I agree about Dessers and people like that with no pace. You've got to have better anticipation because you've not got the pace to cover that ground. But you've got to be on your mind's got to cover it. So you know where you're going to be. But they don't. They seem to be dwelling on the the ball too long when they get it, and then they're no anticipating where the ball's going. With no going, it's as you say, it's some players can do it, and some players. The one I used to admire doing it all the time, reading the ball and then nicknamming the ball, was Mikhailichenko when he played with us. Brilliant at it, absolutely brilliant. How many balls that guy cut out was incredible. And everybody's going, well, it's bad play with the other team. It's brilliant anticipation by him. But that's what you need in the modern game now. This is the modern game now, because tackling's outlawed, basically, isn't it?
But it's changed. It's changed. Right, Rangers team of Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Proper, Jeffrey, Barron, Raskin, Hadji, Berjami, Cherny, and Igaman. Substitutes: Kelly, Rud, Van Dessers, Diamondi, Doyle, Balogun, King, McCausland, and Danilo. The St Johnstone starting 11, I'll just give you the starting 11. Ray, McCulloch, Raymond, Sanders, Holt, Clark, Carey, Wright, Sprangler, what a name, Kurt, and Kim Pioka. So, I mean, should we be worried about a team that's still got Nicky Clark in it with the greatest of respect, you know? Really, Albert, should we?
No. I mean, we should be beating these teams. I'm not trying to, for a minute, say we shouldn't be beating these teams. I'm not trying to say for a minute they're good teams, and but it'll be difficult to break down. Same as Dundee United, same as Dundee, same as all these teams. They're all difficult to break down because they've got a system to play, and it doesn't take that much skill to play the system. That's why they get away with it.
No space, go deep.
No space.
So no space, go deep. So there's no grass. Can't get behind. Yeah.
Yep. And everybody says, my mate keeps going, we need to break that down. We need to find it. I'm saying, okay, that's what we need to do. Of course we need to do. It says, but you've got to concede. It's no easy to do at times. Sometimes everything clicks for you. And you get away and you're off to a flyer. But the Rangers, it just seems to be everybody just digs in really hard, really deep, and works their socks off. That's the way they're paid. They're paid to do that, mate. They play for the opposition, so that's where they're earning their money today. But cut us a bit of slack, I think. And just say, we need to beat them. We should be beating them. There's no doubt about that. But it will be difficult, mate.
Aye. Usually it's not the best surface up there, you know.
No, it's usually a plough field, isn't it?
I watched something yesterday. I was watching some of the build up to some of the FA Cups. I think it was Harrogate Town they were showing you. And obviously the surface was immaculate, mate. Absolutely immaculate. And you're saying, geez, yeah. So that even at that level, they're trying to encourage football. What do we have? No. Plastic pitches. Potentially teams coming up with a plastic pitch. We've had pitches that have been ploughed fields, no playable in St Johnstone, Dundee, you know, in the top flight of the game, mate. It's just, we have to move on and get.
We can't move on. These teams,
you're going to tell me you've been listening to this for since you were a boy.
No, but there's one big fundamental problem in Scotland. All these teams are quite happy. And they think success is just survival, mate. The club is still in existence. That'll do them. That's happy with that. You get 10 men and a dog stand and watch them at the side of the park, home game after home game, and they think that's great, that'll do. That is no. There's no development in Scottish football. There's no desire for it either. They're all just, I've been watching it since I was a wee boy. You've been watching it since a wee boy. Tell me the development in Scottish football. Every now and again, you'll get a Aberdeen or a Hearts or a Hibs or somebody coming out the pack and going, they've got a good wee team. But that doesn't last long. And then it's very, very occasionally. But if you look at their parts, you go, their stadiums and all that. I mean, let's be honest, if that report hadn't come in that it was going to be all seated stadiums, these stadiums would still be in the same state as that Dundee stadium. All these stadiums, they wouldn't have developed, they wouldn't have got any money to plough into that and get the stadiums brought up to a standard. Their playing surfaces, they've now worked out, as they have for years and years and years, that the surface is a big advantage to them. It equalises the two teams to a certain level. No, I mean, it brings skillful players down to their level because you're fighting the pitch first to get the ball under control before you're even thinking about a player beating a player or anything like that. It's been like that for years. They've done it in amateur football as well. They'll just keep the park nice and rough and rutted. If you're playing a good football team, it's taking advantage away of a smooth surface. So it's no development in Scotland. It's never ever going to be development in Scotland until the whole thing is looked at and changed, mate, from top to bottom.
Right, let's go back let's go back to the game, mate. Right, so do you think we will stick to our shape, mate?
Unfortunately, I think we will. And
Is there any
unfortunately, I think we will.
flexibility in that system today?
There's only one way you can play it, mate, as you've just touched on at the beginning of the program. It's got to be pace, mate. It's got to be zip the ball, mate. You've got to keep the tempo of the game up. That's the only way that system we've got can handle a low block.
So who you Albi are putting in the number 10 role? Hadji or Barjami?
It'll be Hadji, mate.
Hadji.
Aye. I don't think you can put Hadji in the left anyway, but
That's what
I think
he's
Barjami.
playing for Romania, mate.
Yeah, you know yourself. He's playing for that because his dad's name. He shouldn't be in the Romanian team. Let's be honest about it. It's his name. It's in the team. No the ability. No hear me. I'm not getting it, but that's a fact. I hope he's a brilliant game today. He's got football intelligence, but there's no, and he's got ability. There's no doubt about it, mate. He's just not got the legs, mate.
All right.
Same old. So it's 10.
If you don't mind getting yourself on mute, we're going to hear from the manager.
Philippe, it's back to the Scottish Premiership today. How do your squad take that momentum from Thursday night into today's game?
They need to take that momentum well, but not to be in a satisfaction mode, like I said after the game, and to have this hunger to perform like that also in the domestic games. And that's what Rangers is about. That's what I've been putting in the heads the last weeks, the last months also, that they need to learn that, to be ready every 2 days, physically, mentally, to push to their limits and to win games.
Just on team news, can I ask you about Dujon Sterling? He's not in the squad today. Is he injured?
Yeah, he's injured in a way. It's not a serious injury, but he has a blocked nerve. Because of that, he cannot make acceleration, so you cannot play football also, of course. So it's something we will need to solve in the next couple of days with a specialist, but it will not be a long-term injury. So that's why he's not in the selection.
Yanis Hadji comes in for his first start of the season. What do you hope he can bring today?
Creativity, to have the right passes in the final third, something that we missed the last few weeks, sometimes the last few months also. To have more creativity in the last part of the game, for sure, when Tom Lawrence is missing, like now, and not only with passes but also his shots around 16. He's very good in that, with left, with right. So I want to see that. It's a pity we could not use him earlier in the season and try things in pre-season, but okay, that's the past, and it's now, if he proves himself like he did the last time against Dundee United, coming in well, to give him chances also to grow in the squad.
A word on St Johnstone, what do you expect from them today? It's
a team who changed style of play with a new manager, more possession-based, so they have an average of 62% of the ball in the games that he played. I'm curious if he's going to do it against us also. Can also be more direct, so we need to be ready for that, but to impose our own game, like we did the second half against Dundee United, but I want to see a performance like that 90 minutes, not 45.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
He says a nerve out for a few days. We need to get it checked out, Stirling. What are you thinking? Is that a dead leg, mate? Is that his? Well, yeah. That's something I can think, yeah.
Certainly,
Charlie horse, mate. That used to keep you out for a few weeks, mate, didn't it?
Aye, but modern technology now, mate, it shouldn't be that bad.
For us, modern technology, for us, it used to keep you for a few weeks, and now for modern technology, it'll keep you out for a few months.
That's it, mate. That's exactly that. Doesn't speed anything up, that's for sure. A trap, is he a trap nerve, a jam nerve?
I don't know. I really couldn't pick out what. I mean, when he mentioned that, I thought right away about the old dead leg. That's all I could think of, mate.
It probably is. It probably is just that. They changed. The injuries stay the same. They just changed the names. You know what I mean? Make it a bit more dramatic, or a bit more sounding a bit more professional. Yeah, a dead leg's a dead leg.
I never get. No, never happened to me. I moved too quick. But see, when you get your nose broke, used to say put your head back there and told you to put it forward. Never made my mind up, mate. You know what I mean? Just move it side to side. Don't get hit was the best thing.
It's like coffee's good for you, it's bad for you, it's good for you, it's bad. It's changed about 40 times in my lifetime, coffee, you know what I mean? It's the same thing, innit? They just keep changing their mind about these things. But it might be just a dead leg, mate. Let's hope he gets over it quite quickly, because we need him. There's no doubt about that. We need him. As we need them all. Anyway.
Aye, because I mean, there you go right away. Casemiro, Sterling, all of a sudden.
I know.
We're
awash with right backs. Now we've got one.
Aye, it's mental, mate. It's just mental every time we see me take half a step forward. I'm not saying we're taking strides, half a step forward. We seem to get pulled back, And I know injuries are part of the game, Albert, and Sterling, the way he plays the game is physical. So, he's going to pick up maybe the mere knocks. I'll explain that a wee bit. Somebody like Ryan Jack back in the day would pick up more knocks than Stephen Davis because of the way he played the game. Albert, if that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, they're always close and wanting contact. Davis was a mere read the game and play the football type player. He was never a charge about and fly into tackles type player. But Jack, that is his game. It's the block. I know you can tackle, but you've got to make some physical contact, whether it be body checking and things like that. But just don't, Jack. I mean, that keeper, Motherwell done him. I remember he stamped on him and he never recovered. That stamped right on his knee. Never really recovered for that, mate. It was like, that was the real start of Jack's problems.
I didn't carry any luck, mate. Didn't carry any luck. And if you think back when he was involved with Broadfoot, who was standing all over his feet against Kachina's last game, as far back as that, mate, he just didn't get any luck. Right, we'll give the Rangers team of Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Proper, Jeffrey, Barron, Raskin and Hadji, Barjami, Cherny and Igaman. Substitutes Kelly, Ridvan, Dessers, Diamande, Dill, Balogun, King, McCausland and Danilo. So we've done the left wingers out, now we've got on the right backs out. The left wingers have come back, we'll have no right backs, and then it was centre halves, and there's no a position we've no issues in. But we're due a bit of luck, Albert.
We keep saying it, we never see we get it. We just want a run. See if we could just get a 3-4 month run and need enough injury free. You'll take the knocks. The knocks are different. Game out, 2 games out. That's just knocks. It's no knocks we're getting. It's serious injuries, man. It's months and months at a time you're getting, which transpires into 3 games a week. A lot of games these players are missing. So we just get a run of 3-4 months injury free. What a difference it would make. What a difference in that team.
If you miss this month, the amount of games you'll miss. If you miss some of the month, you're out for a month with an international break. You might fall that you only miss 2 games. 3 games. League games I'm talking about. Whereas if you're out now, if you're out to January, mate, you can miss a lot. Anyway, we've been joined with our good friend from Western Australia, Bert down under. Evening, Bert.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How you doing, pal?
How are you, mate?
The Albert, sorry, I've just jumped on. I don't know. I've not been listening to the show, unfortunately.
Oh, you missed some cracking calls. Me and Albert, it's on, mate.
All right. How you doing, Albert? How you doing,
Not bad, pal. How are you?
Not too bad. Just, I was on the Barbie there. It went a bit late over, and I've just had a quick look at the team, but I've not dissected it and seen exactly what's going on, So I thought I'd just call in him.
Do you think he's extracting the mic out of us to Albert with that line? I'm just off the Barbie.
Definitely. What do you smugglers on and the Barbie go in the background? Aye, sounds a treat, mate. Sounds good.
Aye, it was bad, and I just fed the tribe, so a good 8 o'clock kick-off for us the night, which is good, considering. So
it might be good for you, but don't mention the time of Fox, Albert.
Oh, no, he doesn't like this time, I'll tell you that right now, mate.
Is that why he sounded grumpy when I was on the phone to him there, was it?
Oh, he doesn't like it, mate. He doesn't like it.
That's what happens, you stay up to back a strip in the morning, is it not?
Oh, there is.
You've got to go. 12 o'clock kick-offs are no good, mate. They're just no good.
Well,
I know they're good for you, and I appreciate that.
I'm not to be selfish, mate. We do it here. Listen, I was 4 o'clock in the morning. I was up watching that European game. By the way, don't worry, we're
Good watch, but a good watch, mate.
absolutely. But you got to share these kickoffs. Do you know what I mean? Around the world, don't forget we're on different time zones. Do you know what I mean?
Shots each, mate. Shots each.
What do you think the team today, mate, and how the team is, mate?
So what I'd seen was this is off the cuff. I'd literally seen it for.
Do you want me to
seconds.
give you it, mate? Do you want me to give you the team?
Yorkshire, is that all right? I seen Tav.
Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Proper, Jeffy, Baron, Raskin, Hadji, Barjami, Tierney, and Igaman. Substitutes: Kelly, Rudvan, Dessers, Diamondi, Dowell, Balogun, King, McCausland, and Danilo.
Right, so straight away Hadji's in, Tav's back in. Baron again. Is that right? That's a mainstay in it. That's what he's trying to, build on.
Two changes. Sterling's got a nerve problem. We are putting 2 and 2 together and come up with potentially a dead leg. And obviously Hadji's come in for Diamandi.
Yeah. Look, it'll be interesting to see where Hadji's going to play. Exactly. We'll be playing the number 10 role. Barjami will be out on the left again. So it'll be interesting to see. But Igamani, he's got his spot back. So he's kept his spot, I should say. So that's good news. I think that's going to be the case after he's shown on Thursday night, boys.
Aye. Well, listen, if we can build on Thursday night, we'll win the game comfortably. All better.
Absolutely, mate. I put half that performance I put on Thursday night, you win it comfortably. And it's about tempo. We know that it's got to be tempo. The tempo's got to be up, mate, and kept up. Keep the pressure on them in their own half, and I don't see a problem if we start doing that, starting taking our chances. No problem whatsoever. It's a problem we've not been doing that. That's what's caused the biggest problems for us over the season so far.
Momentum is the right word. Maybe is that what we're looking to build and build and build? Bear down under.
Right, I'm just coming in, so I'm getting there. Look, I think I'm not the only bear that said this after the game on Thursday that you're on that high, but it's sad to say that we're straight after the game. You're going, well, don't worry, we'll be back down to earth on Sunday, come the league. And I think that's what's got to really change for everybody, the players, the club, the fans, that we've got to really build that momentum, and we've not done that after with Europe on a Thursday. So honestly, boys, I don't know what we're going to get. I'm hoping after this game we're sitting jubilant and it's like, yep, good, we've got a 4-0 win built on European success, but hand in heart, pardon the pun, do we honestly know what we're going to get today?
No, well, the season tells you that. We're going in with enthusiasm, same as we were last week. International break, we're hoping we come back enthused. This weekend, we're coming back enthused because what a result on Thursday night as a springboard. And you're right, that this season it hasn't bared out like that, but we're hoping before the game starts, this is the start of it all, Bear.
That's it, mate. Eventually, it's got to start somewhere along the line. Let's go with this game. And bear down under's right. I mean, we don't know what we're going to get. It's just, we do know what we're going to get. We're going to get slow, turgid football. That's what we have been getting. So it's a case of, it's down to us, mate. We need to keep the pace up. It's as simple as that, keep the tempo up. But it's so unpredictable at the moment. But we're a young team, new team, still building, mate, still gelling, still getting together, get the fighting spirit built into the team. And you never know. But it's got to start somewhere, and I'm hoping it's the day. You don't expect it, you're just hoping it's going to be the day.
Yeah. So we're not disagreeing with what you said, Bear. We get it, mate. We get everybody's frustrations, If we'd have took our European form, and we would have at least 10 more points, mate. Yeah, at least. If we'd have took a European point in domestic. Bear.
And I'd like to think a lot more goals as well, because you look at our goal ratio, league, mate, is absolutely horrendous. I don't think I've ever seen well, I'm not obviously up to date with the stats and the past few decades, but our goal ratio, and you look at it, is just it's just no good enough, is it? And I hope what I noticed against Dundee United in the second half, mate, that I hope we don't do is, and I might have been looking at the game completely different. I felt it was in the second half, it was just give the ball to Czerny, and let him have something happen, and it was just one dimensional. And I thought we can't rely on one player, to what I mean, to no fair in the team, and especially the boy as well. We've got to spread the load a bit, and I felt that that was the case. Is just give the ball to Czerny and let him something happen, which is great. It's good to see. He's dangerous. I've mentioned on the show early days about you're going to get the consistency factors with Czerny because being a winger traditionally, they don't have that form week in, week out. But I find that the boys, has been fairly consistent with his numbers. And I'm hoping now that Haji's in there, Barjami, that we can start spreading that about. Igamani. And when last time I said what I'd said online to you boys before again, I felt I seen a bit of a poor man's Amato and Igamani, and I'm sort of standing by that. I'm not saying he's the Amato, but he's got that bit of touch, he's got that flair. That second goal that he scored, mate. I don't know if you might, he took the ball. Obviously it was a bad pass beneath, but the way he put that through that boy's legs,
He did put it through his legs. I'm glad you said that, mate. Carry on.
Do you remember when Amato done that in the byline in an Old Firm game? He danced on the ball and then put it through his legs. That was the wee thing that I said months ago. I'm not saying he is Amato. I'm not saying, but he just has that wee bit of magic, both feet. Even his first goal. I don't know if you look at the first goal when he's coming round the keeper. He actually chipped it air the keeper with his right foot, and then the way he took it with his left foot, it was just like that. Great feet work.
But Amato, I don't know if Amato would have went for a fag and then come back on and then put it in there.
No. The boy. The difference is Igamani goes for a shisha. He's for that part. Didn't he? He gets one of the big shishas out and puffs on that and puts it in the goal. I get that, but I'm looking at. He's mentioned the changing of the guard on one of your shows this week. I think it's time now. We've got to give these guys a run of games like the likes of Sterling. It's not going to be 2-3 games. Igamani, Sterling, you've got to give them 10, 12 games. And actually give them...
We can't give Sterling 12 games, mate. History tells you that. He's never been consistently fit.
No, I know. And what does that tell you if you can't play the games and you can't give him the run of... What does that tell you then, Oxy, answering your own question, innit?
Aye. I quite like Big Sterling, but I get the criticism because his fitness. I say it's the way he plays again. I'll go to Albert with that. It was definitely an nutmeg on Thursday night. Albert.
No, it wasn't. Flicked it around the side of him. Look at it again. I've seen that rang. If he got it through, a nutmeg, by the way, denied physics there. By the way, it was physically impossible to get it through his legs. But anyway, I'm sticking to that. I'll change my mind about there's a picture. Let me see the picture.
Carry on.
But I seen him put it through the side. But didn't matter what he done. He put the ball in the net. That's the most important bit. He took it really well. I'm same as it's bear down under. It's time for these boys to get a run because at the end of the day, especially domestically, we're doing nothing. We're doing absolutely nothing in the league. So we may as well give them a chance and let's see what they can do in the league. They've got an 11-point gap to pull back. Let's see how well the day we get on with that. Give them that as a target. Pull that gap back. Let's see how close you get to it by the time the end of the season turns up. But throwing leagues in? No, not yet. No chance, mate. No chance. I'd like to see these boys getting that run. Just put it this way, that is the future. There's no getting rid of it. That's the future, mate. So there's no use mincing about with Dessers, Tavernier and players like this. Balogun and all them. It's these boys are the future. So they need to get in sometime. May as well be the new.
Aye, listen, I think you should win the team on form. Yeah, and when you get your place, you get it on form. Now, I get the sports science bit, and you have to mix it up. If, there's an argument with somebody else, maybe Barron or Raskin, when they be starting today, because of the way they play the game, and I get that. They wouldn't be getting dropped on form. And then the criticism comes if you don't get a result because you've dropped one of your best players. It's a tightrope all the time. Yeah, but you've got to get it right domestically.
I would say Clermont would not, unless it was, he had to. I think Barron and Raskin as his two mainstays there. It's probably been the bit of the shining light in the past 6 weeks, where there's finally a bit of balance. There's a bit of something in the middle of the park. Now, well, no, that's good enough. I'm not saying that moving forward for years to come, but right now is who else do you play in there? Kieran Dow? Who else is there? Do you know what I mean? At least we're asking, fair play to him. He's fought back with his injury woes. I thought Clermont didn't really fancy him. He's battered. He's get in there, get in about it. And again, he's complimenting Barron week in, week out with a 7 out of 10 every week. So I don't think we're in a position to no play the boys. And the sport, as you say, the sports scientists are probably pulling their hair out. But that's two players that I think need to start right now, because I don't see who else you can actually bring in there. You've seen it with bringing on the boy Bailey Rice the other day. What does that say, about that specific position of who else can play there, Ox? So I'm happy. They boys look as if they're keen. They want to play every minute. They've not played a lot of minutes, the two of them, in the past couple of years in their own careers between Aberdeen and obviously Raskin at Rangers with his injuries. So let the boys play, because they're definitely keen as something that we don't have in there.
Okay. Right, okay. Last word for your good self, and I'll put the video in to prove it's a nutmeg all big. You can watch it. It's right in front of you.
I will do, mate.
I will do. And listen, as an apology, maybe just, I've not got too heavy, just a bottle of Dom Perignon, the usual, yeah?
Sorry, mate.
Last word for your good self, Bear. Oh, is he away? So what's the
Sorry, mate, I'm just coming in there. Yeah, I'm just coming in. I'm just trying to work out this unmuting and unmuting. My last word would be, Albert, Monday morning, get yourself down to Specsavers, pal. Because that was as much that was a nutmeg as I've seen. But look, score predictions there before I go. I'm going to give you two score predictions. It's either going to be a scrappy 1-0 win, or it's going to be 5-0 to the Rangers, boys.
Well, I'll take the latter. Oh, Bear, last word. Cheers, Bear.
Cheers, Bert. I'll take the latter myself. I enjoyed that, mate. I'll watch this Phantom Nutmeg here, and I'll get back to you in the post show. Okay.
Aye, you will. You will. You can do that. Hopefully, Albert get his latter result right. We just look for a good performance with good football and 3 points. Thanks to Bear Down Under for joining us. Thanks for Albert for doing the show. And of course, Mr. Rangers Radio, the Fox, for doing the technicals in the background. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle. Celebrate the Rangers victory. Take it away, Foxy boy.
In these last few years, I've been afraid that we might drift away, so I've been telling old stories and singing songs that made me think about where we came from, and that's the reason why I feel so very proud today. So let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Ibrox Stadium is calling me, and now I'm coming home to think without the Rangers, you know that it would make me more sad. Glasgow Rangers, you're everything I've ever had. We won 9 in a row and I'm still dreaming of Brian Laudrup and Trevor Stephen. Big Marvin Andrews said keep believing. Davy Cooper on the wing. And we remember Gaza with great affection. The day the helicopter changed direction. And Jimmy Baxter was pure perfection. Super Valley scores again. So let me tell you that I love you. And I think about you all the time. Ibrox Stadium is calling me, and now I'm coming home. To think of life without the Rangers, you know that it would make me more than sad. Glasgow Rangers, you're everything I've ever had. So let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Ibrox Stadium is calling me, and I'm coming home. To think of life without the Rangers, you know that it would make me more sad. Glasgow Rangers, you're everything I've ever had. Without the Rangers, you know that it would make me more than sad. Glasgow Rangers is everything I've ever had.